continue now with our breaking news. The running back market finally reset with a mammoth deal for Rams running back Todd Gurley, who has agreed to a 4-year extension. This from our Adam Schefter. It's worth $60 million, includes $45 million guaranteed that ties him to LA for the next 6 seasons. Finally, as I mentioned, a deal that resets the running back market. Adam Schefter joins us now. And Adam, apparently the two sides have been discussing this for some time, and today it comes to fruition.
Well, Wendy, yes, the Rams and Todd Gurley have been talking and trying to get this deal done before the Rams take the field for training camp this week, and they have a deal in place. There is an agreement between those two sides. It's a 4-year extension that ties Todd Gurley to Los Angeles for the next 6 seasons. And I think most important here is, as you mentioned from that tweet, it does reset the running back market. David Johnson is waiting to see what another running back can get on the open market. Ezekiel Elliott will one day be waiting to see what another running back can get. And now they both have an idea, as Todd Gurley gets the most guaranteed money ever given to a running back, $45 million in guarantee. We have the highest per year average for a new running back right now, close to basically $14 million per year. He had 2 years left on the deal, and the Rams have gone to work on other deals. Last week they got Brandon Cooks done, and I think part of the structure on that deal helped with the structure on this deal for Todd Gurley. And they still have other players they want to sign. Of course, people will be wondering about Aaron Donald. The talks between those two sides go on, but I think the Rams felt, look, we can't wait forever for an Aaron Donald deal. We have to go ahead and take care of our business before other deals get done. And so in this particular case, rather than waiting for the offseason for Le'Veon Bell to hit it big on the open market, which he certainly will, now the Rams lock in a long-term deal with Todd Gurley on the eve of training camp.
Adam, thank you. And as we mentioned before, he's exactly right. You know, the Rams report tomorrow. They were under the gun to get this done and at least get this off the table more before they begin the season.
Yeah, well, everybody celebrated the rookie wage controls when the new CBA was done in 2011. I thought there was a flaw at this position, the running back, because running backs have by nature a shorter term, shorter life, shelf life. And so therefore, guys like Le'Veon Bell, now he was a second-round pick, you know, with that injury factor. But Le'Veon got paid $13 million last year. He's going to get $14 million this year. But to me, this now starts to reset that market, as Adam has said, and rightfully so, because these guys, I think, were short-shrifted with the NFL rookie wage scale.
I think you bring up a really good point. You think about it this way. Todd Gurley has made about $11 million playing running back over the last 3 years, okay? So he's kind of a perfect candidate for a team to go to early and say, we can put a lot more money in your pocket because you're only due to make about $2 million this upcoming season. And so for Todd Gurley, I think he looks at it and goes, this is amazing. I'm going to sign a 6-year deal. I'll be 29 years old at that point when this thing expires. I play a position that is susceptible to injury. There is a shorter shelf life. He has had a major knee injury already. I think he's the perfect candidate for this. I think it's smart by the team because they've kind of recognized somebody that, listen, it doesn't necessarily make sense that he's only made $11 million, but the reality is when he looks around at some of his teammates, they've made a heck of a lot more money than that.
Yeah, I mentioned this yesterday. One of the ways you're going to get paid as a running back is either to be elite in college and you're going to come out and get drafted high, and therefore by virtue of the contract like Saquon Barkley, you get your money. Or remember this about Todd Gurley. He's not even 24 years old yet. He's 23. So this is a very unique case. He's an elite running back who's also very young. And they still feel as though, again, when teams negotiate contracts like this, it's about future performance. It's not about what you've done in the past. And they're making a bet saying, look, at the very least, he will play at least 3 to 4 more years at top level for us, and we're going to take that bet. At 23 years old, a guy who's going to be 24 in August, yeah, you do take that bet. But for every if you start hitting your free agency year and you start trying to cash in when you're 27, 28 years old, it's going to be a whole different story. I think you will find a much more pushback, but good for him in terms of resetting the market.
Well, when you look at it, it's going to average, like when you add it on to his rookie deal, it's going to average out closer to $12 million a year.
And I will tell you this too. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, no, but so you're averaging $12 million a year. And so that's what makes sense for the Rams. And quite honestly, for Gurley, that's all. He hasn't even made that much money yet. I actually don't think that guys like Le'Veon Bell are going to like this deal. You know, I think they're going to look at it and be like, well, wait a minute. The average, when you look at how it's extended, is not going to be great for him.
Well, the one thing that you were seeing, though, like, and Saquon Barkley, I think will prove this, is that the guys like Le'Veon Bell, Todd Gurley, Barkley will be one, David Johnson of the Cardinals will be one, is not only are they premium runners, they are premium receivers as well out of the backfield.
And if you have that dual skill set and you're able to put up big numbers in college early, as soon as you can get out of school, if I'm a running back, I'm out of there. If you want to make money, which is what you go to college for, right? If you're a premium football player, I am leaving as soon as I possibly can if I play this position. There's no question about that.
Le'Veon Bell was 4 years at Michigan State, I think. You know, he touched the ball 427 times his senior year at Michigan State.
That's what I'm saying.